Hi, this is Spencer Woods, and I'm going to give you a demonstration of the QuickBooks Secure plugin. To access the Secure QB plugin, you would access it from the desktop, clicking this icon here. Now this is going to bring up the navigational menu. To enter a transaction, you would click on Single Payments. This is going to gather all your customers list and all the open invoices that are on file with your QuickBooks company file. Now right now we have selected invoices, statement charges, so I'm going to go ahead and search for one of the demo customers, Robert. Now I can see that he has one open invoice in the top right hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. The amount's going to be pre-generated towards the invoice. Now this amount can also be changed to, let's say they only want to pay $1,000. And it's going to show on the top right, the pay amount is $1,000, but the amount due was $12,000. Now on the bottom left, you can put inside your credit card, payment type. Go ahead and click Add New. This is going to be a new card. I'm going to go ahead and save this card into our secure vault system. And now when I clicked Add New, it brought in all the information that was in QuickBooks stored for the QuickBooks customer. This is going to bring it into ASP billing information. The ASP billing information, when saved with the credit card, is now the information that is stored on credit card per card holder. So if you wanted to add a new one, the new card could have a different billing information that could be saved with that card. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure everything's correct. The invoice is checked. The amount is okay. The card has been saved into the system if needed. The address verification system looks good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and process this transaction. And now we get a transaction receipt. This is saying that the transaction went through. This has been approved. Now that we have a authorization codes, you can either print this receipt out or you can go ahead and close it. I would also like to point out that the customer email that's associated with the ASP billing information will also get a copy of this receipt as well. So this field down below in the bottom right that states email, if there is an email field here, they will also get the copy of the receipt as well. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to go ahead and go into returns or voids. Now I could see that there's the $1,000 payment that we just processed. I'm going to go ahead and click here. Now this is telling us to create a credit memo for Robert of the amount of $1,000 to be credited to apply towards the refund. It's going to take us back to QuickBooks. Or we can now disclose it of how much the amount's going to be. Go ahead and save and close. Now this gives you three choices. I'm going to go ahead and go retain as available credit or give refund, apply to an invoice. This is all specified for your needs. I'm going to go ahead and do a credit and go back to the software. So it's asking, did you complete the credit memo? Yes, I did. Now I get the singles return voids page. I'm going to go ahead and return this transaction. Now the transaction has been refunded. Now we can see that this transaction is in red and a refund amount of $1,000. I'll go ahead and close this out. We can also go to reports. Now this is going to specify all the transactions that have gone through the software. So we could see that this $1,000 amount that we just refunded is showing up as it was charged, and then it was also refunded. Now we have a refund date, and the status is okay. This can also be filterable. So if there was thousands of transactions and you only want to look up one, you can select the actual customer job that was processed. So only one transaction pulled up for Robert. Right now, by default, it comes up as all customers and jobs. I'm going to close out of there. Now I'm going to go to batch payments. Now that I saved my payment types, I could see that on the left-hand side, there is checkbox. You can either select the customer job itself, and it'll select all individual invoices that are selected for that customer job, or I could select the individual invoices themselves. Also, if I click on payment amount, I could change this amount to 1,000, just like single payments does. And I could change this amount to $1. And once I see that everything's correct, I can go ahead and run batch. Now on the right hand side, it's going to tell us if the transaction has been approved, and this is going to happen in real time. So it looks like 2 successful transactions went through for a total charge amount of $101. I can go ahead and close this out. Now there's a different history for batch payments, and this is batch history. Each batch payment that goes through, it's going to save a CSV file that you can then return to, and it's specified by date. So it's easy to remember or find which batch file you're looking for. You can also open a spreadsheet like Excel